Hello, my garden friends. Today I wanted to discuss with you my hibiscus plants. I bought these probably, 8 or 10 years ago, and they were in the recently deceased pile at Lowe's, and they had been $30 a piece, and I got them for $5 a piece. And they're just what they call a lollipop braided hibiscus. The stem has been braided. It's three stems together that they just kind of braid back and forth and bring out. And then it was trimmed into a little, like a lollipop shape. And of course, because it isn't truly that shape, it keeps growing into what would be a shrub. So anyway, I'm going to step out and try and get a better view for you. But let me just pull that off. But I am always bothered back here. This is my backyard, and I always have a problem with aphids. So and they attack my hibiscus, and they go after the yew plants, podocarpus, um, and I have that on the side of the house. But I have two of these, and I had them in the front yard. And when I brought them back here last year, I dug them up and I brought them back here. It was really, I think it was last November, December. And of course, all the leaves fell off and they went into a horrible shock. And I just kept treating them with worm castings and worm tea, worm leachate rather. And so they came back and they really grew. I mean, they were, let me put my hand so you can see me. Whoops. They were probably, this is to my shoulder, so about 4.5 feet, and they probably went up to about, I don't know, 8 feet maybe. And they were really quite bushy, and I use them for, I make hibiscus tea, and I have a video on that. If you look back, it was probably about 9 or 10 months ago. I was making hibiscus tea, which is really simple to make. You just, you take the petals from the flower and put it in hot boiling water, and voila, you have hibiscus tea. Add a little sweetener, and it's all yours. But anyway, I wanted to discuss something with you, and how to treat aphids. So I have this plant, and I also have over here on this side, I have the twin to it. And I try to keep them right at about that 4 foot stage. And they look a little wimpy now, but when and here, this is all fresh. You don't really see any aphids anywhere on any of the leaves. I'll go through and I actually, look. And I think what happens is they just all come up here and they try to get the really good, young, juicy leaves, and they will settle into the blossoms. Let me back up here a little bit. And they'll settle into the blossoms, and they will eat out any of the good sugary parts, and then you have nothing but, it looks like you have a blossom, but it's empty. So, long story short, so when I get to spring, when I'm in the spring, I take BC powder, that's the headache powder, and I put that in just a spray bottle. I hang on to my empty Windex or any of those spray bottles, and that's a perfect size. One packet of the BC powder. If you don't have that, then find a real aspirin, not Motrin or Excedrin or anything, but a real bare aspirin, and crush it. And then add that to your water, maybe about 16 ounces of water. And I also put in just a couple few drops of any kind of dish soap that will act as it will make it stick to the actual leaf. And I come out and I spray that in the early morning, and I spray it on the top leaves, and I spray it underneath the leaves, and I spray it on the bark. And I'll do that 1 week, and then I'll come back another week and I'll do it, and then another week and I'll do it. And by about the third week, I noticed that by the fourth week, I'm not seeing anybody anymore. So I think that really is a good organic way of keeping your population of insects down, and without really hurting anything. You know, you do it early in the morning and it's not going to bother anybody. And I notice really that the bees and butterflies really never seem to go after my hibiscus. I don't know why, but they don't. Anyway, during the, this is September, and we're just, I'm in Florida. This is Zone 9B. And so I see spiders all year long. I really do. They are back here. But I don't really see that much in the way of aphids all winter. So to me, it was much easier, and these needed to be cut back anyway. They needed to be trimmed. So what I did is I just came out yesterday and I had a trash bag, and I know where I want it. I want it to be at about this 4-foot height. And now when the leaves come back and the blooms, then it will be in this first 6 inches. And of course, since it's going to be our winter as well as people up north, but it's going to slow down the growth here, then that will keep it. But what I did is I took all of the branches and they went directly into a trash bag, and that trash bag is tied up and it will go directly out in the garbage. Wednesdays we have garbage, lawn, yard pickup, and so that's where it will go. I'm not going to burn it. We're not allowed to burn around here, so that's my way of taking care of it. So I have 2 ways of doing it. During the summer months, then I will fight the aphids, and during the winter months I will just take it off and hope for the best in that respect. And I'll bet I'll still see spiders. I see spiders here all year long, and I'm sure they're out there eating the bugs. I know they bite me every time I go near them, but when they don't have peggy meat to go after, then they have to rely on the little bugs that are other insects that are around. Oh, look at who I'm looking at. Oh, it's amazing when you come out here and you see things. Can you see what I'm looking at? It's another little Freddy frog here. Hello, Fred. Aren't you cute? Little tree frog. Just sitting here having a little rest on a Sunday. What a treat. We'll back off. We don't want to bother Fred. So anyway, just like I said, 2 ways of doing things. If you're cleaning up anyway, then clean up. And if you see anything down in the base, then maybe treat it before it does a freeze, because even though you have a freeze, it doesn't mean that the bugs and insects aren't going to go down into the soil and lay eggs. And that's my tip for the day. I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday. It's beautiful here in Florida. We were sitting out here, and there's a family of red-headed woodpeckers. I was going to say woody woodpecker, but you have to be old to know who woody woodpecker is. Anyway, it was red-headed woodpeckers, and they were up in this tree, and they were calling each other, and it was really nice to sit out here and listen to Mother Nature. The world's kind of going crazy, so it's really nice to find a peaceful spot. So I hope you find your peaceful spot. I hope you'll subscribe if you like my channel, and ring the bell for notification. And I hope to see you back here real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.